अरे धान बुझावे धान बुझावे धान बुझावे रे Ikesi ho kuwa ho shipachindi lawa Ikesi ho kuwa ho shipachindi lawa Lawa बुझावे लावा बुझावे गरम चूल्हा लकड़ी धान बुझावे धान बुझावे धान बुझावे रे धान बुझावे धान बुझावे धान बुझावे रे धान बुझावे धान बुझावे धान बुझावे रे लावा बुझावे गरम चूल्हा लकड़ी धान बुझावे धान बुझावे धान बुझावे रे धान बुझावे धान बुझावे धान बुझावे रे नानी घर से निकले धीरे धीरे चलती है मधुरा के दुकान में दोनों जाके बैठे हैं नाना की ने पंचदारू उझर जैसे पानी 40 वाइन और केल भी वाइन अरे रे मेरे नानी आगे आगे नाना चले नानी going behind Nana drinking white wine, Nani drinking wine. Aage aage Nana chale, Nani going behind. Nana drinking white wine, Nani drinking wine. Nana riding bicycle and Nani ringing bell. Nani lock the handle, they fall inside a well. Me Nana so damn careless, he don't care if Nani drunk. He jump in the bank boy and hold on to white one. Aage aage Nana chale, Nani going behind. Nana drinking white one and Nani drinking wine. Love, why you leave me and you're gone? You leave me and you're gone. Come back to me, darling, before you have to mourn. Oh my love, why you leave me and you're gone? You leave me and you're gone. Come back to me, darling, before you have to mourn. Walk into my arms, girl, and let me touch your face. Cause there is no other one who can take your place. So listen to me, darling, and listen attentively. Come back to me, honey, so we can be happy.
Well, it's all about love. It's all about the good memories. I love you. I miss you.
से छू लो तुम मेरा गीत अमर कर दो होठों से छू लो तुम मेरा गीत अमर कर दो बन जाओ मीत मेरी प्रीत अमर कर दो होठों से छू लो तुम मेरा गीत अमर कर दो चौदहवीं का चांद हो या आफताब हो जो भी हो तुम खुदा की कसम लो जवाब हो चौदहवीं का चांद हो या आफताब हो जो भी हो तुम खुदा की कसम लो जवाब हो चौदहवीं का चांद हो
You're my love.
Tell me and I forget. Teach me, I remember. Involve me and I learn. Benjamin Franklin. Welcome to Get Real with Shameeza. I'm your host, Shameeza Ali, and it is a pleasure to be here with you this evening. Tonight, we have incredible guests lined up. But first, I do want to take a moment and, just interact with you guys, get to know what's going on with you guys, just, questions here and there about what you're doing this evening. So, first, I want to welcome all of our guests watching us on NTN channel 69 in Georgetown, Guyana, and on Allen's Own Radio. Good evening to you on YouTube and on Facebook. Welcome, everyone. I am so excited for tonight's show, and I know most of you are as well. Tonight, we have one of the most fascinating men out of Guyana, and he is ready to get real with us. So, uh, we do want to get to him, but first we have to hear from you guys. So, how are you guys feeling tonight? Are you guys excited? Are you here to hear what he has to say? Do you have questions for him? Throw your questions in the comments. We'll ask the questions in a little bit. As of now, we're still hoping, but there is a power outage in the island of Trinidad and Tobago, and we are told that Brian might not make it. So, for all Brian fans, if you're watching right now, we're still waiting for word to see if the power will be on, and if it is, he will join us. So, let's hope that that happens soon. In the meantime, I do want to get to a few different things that we have planned for you guys here tonight. Congratulations to all of our winners for last week's show. Ashiana, Kayun Khan, Shanaz Rambaros, and B.A. Farah. Good night to you guys if you're watching us right now, and good job. You guys answered some amazing questions, and you won yourself some amazing prizes. So congratulations, and I'm so excited for you. Tonight, we do have a few giveaways. So here's your chance to win a beautiful grocery box, compliments of Vermin Bidesi and buyeasy.com. Here is a look at what it looks like. And it's $100 worth of groceries. So here is the question. Last week, we spoke to Raymond Ramnarine, and we spoke to him about a lot of different things. But one of the things that we spoke to him about, and I asked him, was to tell me a little bit about young Raymond. And he said that he was born and he grew up in an area. What was the area in Trinidad that Raymond said that he grew up? Again, the question is, where did Raymond Ramnarine grow up? Perfect. So looking for the answer in the comments. If you know the answer, just type it as quickly as you can. The next giveaway tonight is 2 tickets. We have 2 tickets that we're giving away. It is compliments of Rondell Firefest launch. And what we're giving is for this event that they have with the talented Brian Mohan, Prince JP, and Nigel Gobin. So here is your question. Here is your chance to win those 2 tickets. The question is, last week when we spoke to Raymond, we asked him, again, several questions, but the question that we're looking for the answer to the question, what is his favorite movie? Again, what is Raymond Ramnarine favorite movie, as he answered last week on the show? So if you guys know the answer to that, here's your chance to win 2 tickets. Before we do bring our next guest, before we bring the main guest on tonight, we do want to take a moment and hear a word from our sponsors.
Kai Chu Restaurant has been serving our community for over 25 years. We offer an enticing selection of West Indian traditional dishes along with a fully stocked bar. Bring your family and friends to our newly renovated dining room to celebrate your special occasion or event with us. We do catering and we also deliver. Kai Chu has 2 locations to choose from. Support our community and eat local. Looking for something to get rid of that fine line wrinkles? Well, look no further. You can now indulge yourself with Truly Flawless. This one-of-a-kind, anti-aging caviar luxury face cream will give you that youthful-looking glow again. It's not only for you ladies, men can also benefit from this product too. Try it for yourself and see results within a week. Check out our website at www.trulyflawlessskincare.com and on Amazon Prime. We are also excited to launch our newest skincare products coming in March 2022.
Enos Driving School offers training for CDL licenses, including tractor-trailers, trucks, and school buses. Just think, with a CDL license, you can have access to thousands of driving jobs at large companies such as FedEx, UPS, MTA, or New York Sanitation. Enos Driving School also offers defensive driving courses and training classes for cars and motorcycles, all taught by their college-trained instructors who can even schedule your road test appointments. Inquire about other driving and training packages as well. You might even be qualified for their free CDL training, as they are a certified institution with the New York State Workforce One program. Call Enos Driving School today. They've been serving our community for over 10 years.
Sherry's Weakness for Sweetness is a family-owned and operated bakery with a West Indian flair. We specialized in custom cakes, decorative desserts, and a contemporary spin on traditional West Indian cuisine. We are located at 114-07 Jamaica Avenue. Hours of operations are Tuesday through Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Memories should always be this sweet. Come visit us today.
Hibiscus has been a flagship restaurant in our community for a very long time. Come dine with us and enjoy our excellent food, drinks and service at any one of our many locations. We are located on 124-18101 Avenue and 22113 Jamaica Avenue. Hibiscus at Elliott's on the Mile in Freeport is one of our newest locations, along with 12402 Rockaway Boulevard. In Guyana at 91 Middle Street, Georgetown. Bring your family and friends and come visit us soon.
M&R Fire Fest is one of the newest hotspots in Richmond Hill. If you're looking to have a fun time or just chill, this lounge is the place to be. We celebrate all occasions and our live entertainment and drink specials are amazing. We are located at 13123 Liberty Avenue. Come check us out and see what everyone is talking about. This Saturday, February 19th, check us out for Chutney Fest 22, featuring musical artists Prince JP, Brian Mohan and Nigel Gobin.
Welcome back, everyone. Are you guys excited like I am? I am so excited. Our next guest has been, doing a lot in the community. He has been an advocate for many things, and he is not afraid to stand up and be who he is. He is undoubtedly one of the most fascinated people out of Guyana right now. He's a businessman, he is a father, an activist, and best known as the Guyanese Critic. Please welcome to Get Real with Shameeza, Mikhail Rodriguez. Welcome.
Hi, Shameeza. Thanks
How
for
are you?
having me.
Wow. I was planning to do my hair exactly like yours. I didn't have the right products though. Because mine kind of looks exactly like yours.
That's the funny thing.
I, I
There's
no,
no
I love
product
it.
that gives you this. This is just being real.
It is being real. We have to keep it real now. I
Straight
like
out
that
of the
t-shirt.
shower.
Yes, perfect. So let's get started, right? You're here. So many people are excited to see you. We're going to take some comments and questions, but first, let's get to know you a little bit. We like to know people here on Get Real with Shameeza. To get real, we have to know who you are. So tell us about you, your younger days. What was you like growing up as a kid?
Not much different from what I am today, I can tell you. I went to Starters Nursery, uh, Brickdam Secondary, and I've always been, as a child, I don't think it's considered outspoken, but you could know that I was there because I wouldn't take no for an answer. Um, I wouldn't stay behind. I always wanted to know what was going on, why it was going on, why things worked the way they worked. You know, my younger days, I grew up in Alberton. Then my mother moved to over the river. Then I lived in number two canal, kind of a bit of a gypsy life for a time, right? A lot of
Right.
moving.
Yeah.
Then we moved to the East Coast,
Yeah.
Annandale and Luzignan. We used to live in those two communities, and now my mother still lives in Luzignan, and my eldest son. I got into a relationship and got married after, but I got into a relationship at about 17.
Yeah.
Um, got married. That produced three wonderful kids, three boys,
Right.
and then entrepreneurship, a lot of different things, business,
Right.
and I just decided to use what I know and what I could do best and the best of me to be the Guyanese critic. Basically, give a name to my style, and I just decided to do this.
And so you've always been the huge personality, stand up and be who you are, no matter. So you basically, if you were in a room, people knew who you were, just like you are today. Growing up as a kid, that's who you were.
You
Nothing
would
has
know,
changed.
yes, you would notice me. I was as we were talking earlier, right? So I was the tall, skinny kid.
Right.
Was indeed a skinny kid. But I wasn't gonna I never take no for an answer.
Right.
And I always wanted to know why things work the way they work. Um, I was always also the stand-up kid for the kids in class who couldn't speak up for themselves. So I was always that guy you come to, you could lean on,
Yeah.
and I would stand up for you. I stood up to my teachers at a great cost to my bum because I used to get licks more than anybody else. The national, the assembly, Monday
Yeah.
morning, remember Monday morning is assembly.
Right.
Everybody assembles. And what happens at the assembly is I get licks, and I had a sidekick by the name of Stephen. So we would get our punishment, and then the teacher, the headmistress was Vivian Voroway at that time,
Oh, you
right?
remember her name.
Yes, yes. And she played an integral role in my life because no matter what I did,
Uh-huh.
and basically childish antics, huh? Was very
Right.
much childish antics, not as serious as I am today. But no matter what I did, she always took the time after punishing me to explain to me what was right, what was wrong, why
Right.
I should or should not do certain things. So she was very instrumental in forging what now is
Mhm.
our Guyanese see as the Guyanese critic.
Right. So what I'm hearing you say here is, you get your licks, you take your licks, but then you get an explanation as to why you get the licks.
Well,
Right.
at
It
the age
was
of 12, 13, I knew why I was getting licks, but I didn't know while they were trying to figure out what I was doing, my teachers, my administrators, I didn't know. I was wondering why the world is the way it is. Because
yes.
I think it should be this way, right?
Right.
I think
Exactly.
people should be able to say how they feel, right? So that was always the contention, is me trying to figure out,
Yeah.
is it something wrong with me or is something wrong with the world? And now you realize it might be a little bit of both.
All right. I agree with you. Now, recently I had to ask because I think me, just like most people out there, know you as the Guyanese critic, right? We really don't think beyond that, there is an actual name, a perfect name, Mikhail Rodriguez. I was shocked to hear your name. Now, tell us, how is it you got this name, Guyanese critic? How did
Well,
this come about?
I'm 79 born. So
Mhm.
just around that time, the USSR would have been having issues.
Right,
And the leader of the USSR at that time, and this is, my mother had to tell me this, but the leader of the USSR at that time um, was Mikhail Gorbachev.
right,
My mother's Rodriguez. And as a result of Mikhail Gorbachev being the name at that time, USSR, which is now Russia,
right.
was basically falling apart. And my mother chose that name for me. And it is Mikhail Ingmar Rodriguez, as a matter of fact. And Ingmar is Maisha, comes from the what should we say, the symbol or the teddy bear for the
Mhm.
79 um, Olympics. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So
So
there's so much history and there's so much thought put into your name. Your
yeah,
mom did an awesome job, and I'm
quite a
sure
bit.
she's so proud of you. So, um, I'm gonna move on now. There are many things that you're known for, but one thing that captures my attention the most is the movement against parking meters in Guyana. You have taken matters into your own hand and can be seen using a sledgehammer to destroy clams. What led to this incident? What was and this was a few years ago. I remember that's like the first time that I was coming across, you and what you do. And I was very proud and happy to see someone standing up. I mean, back then I didn't know much. I was just starting to, follow you. What was it that you didn't like, or what prompted you to get involved?
Shameeza, first thing you gotta know is where the Guyanese critic, started. In 2012, I had this idea. Um, Things weren't going the way that I wished them to go for business, and so I conceptualized the idea for the Guyanese critic in somewhere in March 2012. Created the page and everything, and was waiting for an opportunity where all Guyanese were affected to come out, because we're politically polarized.
Right.
So I was thinking, what can I be a part of, and when I'm coming out, what would be my encore? That all Guyanese were included in, to ensure that the name Guyanese critic, Guyanese, it was about Guyanese, and I was the critic, right? So it
Right.
wasn't for one set of people. And then the parking meters came along. Guyanese at the time were very much affected. And as much as today, as I'm driving in Georgetown today, I still see the importance of parking meters. My problem was not parking meters, was the timing, the prices, the persons, the method used, because it was something like was being forced on to Guyanese at the time.
Right.
And everybody went up. Imagine at the time, the pricing they had for parking meters, and it started at about $500 an hour. So just to park for a day, it would have caused you more than 1 day pay just to park for a day. It
Yeah.
didn't make any sense. It did not make any sense. And at the time, the administration and the city council that runs the town, they didn't put much thought into it.
Yeah.
And it was poorly executed plan. It affected the people. The people rejected it. And I stepped in at that time because people needed somebody to stand up and speak out for them. And I was looking for that opportunity, right? So I came out there, and it really started with MAPM, the movement against parking meters,
Yeah.
was a number of different. At the time when it began, it had no political affiliation. And I saw the need to support that in tune in supporting Guyanese
Right.
and making right by Guyanese. So I started covering different people wheels getting locked up, different issues, and how people were affected by parking
Yeah.
meters. I started covering that. And then it reached a stage that I too became victim. And
Mm-hmm.
at that time, I said, I got my wheel got clamped about 12 noon the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, here, I'm not gonna stand for this. When I'm leaving to go home, I'm gonna take off those clamps and I'm going home. At the time, um, what I did, there was an offense. It was an offense, as a matter of fact, because
Yeah.
there were bylaws created that if you do certain things, you could be charged and so on. And I was cautioned before I broke off the parking meter, the clamp off of my car by um, Dan Singh and Mr. Gasking at the time. And they said, you could get 3 months prison for doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, that would be true, and it could happen to any Guyanese. And why not me? Why let it start here,
Yeah.
right? So I just took the sledgehammer, went to it. I didn't put much thought into it. If it means standing up um, for my rights and
Yeah.
standing up for others,
Yeah.
I don't put much thought into it. What are the outcomes? What are the circumstances? I know there's an issue, needs
Mhm.
addressing, and I just go at it. And that was the real beginning of the Guyanese critic and fight
Right.
after I'm here today.
I do want to take this comment from one of our viewers, Nizam Bak. She says a large population was against the parking meters, but no one stand up but the critic himself. So thank you for that comment, Nizam.
Who
I
made the
think
comment? Nizam. Let me answer immediately. Um, no one was seen standing up. There were protests every Thursday, lunchtime, and all the persons from the business community, people from all walks of life came out. What happened? That didn't have the traction that really motivated people into thinking, here, we getting this thing started out, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and Singh, Dr. Raquel from Irakramo, everybody was out there. You had people with PVP affiliation, PNC affiliation. Everybody came out to those protests. They were peaceful protests. Business people sent out the staff, the Munishwars, all the businesses on Regent Street. Because it was City Hall, people from really close came. And you continually had the support across the country of all Guyanese. So it's really, let's say I did the ribbon cutting, right? But
Yeah.
like every other ribbon cutting, you go to an experience. There are lots of people standing in the back there. But you're looking at the man with the scissors in the hand. At that time, it was just a sledgehammer,
Right.
right? Nizam, maybe you didn't know, and I can't take credit for, because you've not been informed really. But yes, everybody knew Guyanese Critic. It came to an end. What happened? After what I did,
Yeah.
the government of the day is saw the need and realized Guyanese are not going to take this. And what I did when I broke the clamp off of the car, it was about 5:30 because it was getting dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was about 5:30. And by 7, when I was home, I received a call from Dennis Shabral, that was Demerara Waves, saying, what do you think? The parking meters has been suspended. What do you have to say? So it did happen just after the suspension of the parking.
Yeah.
Yes, could be paid, say, as a result of what I did, that
Right.
happened. But the fight to have parking meters revisited and a new deal for the people and to stop the suffering of the people involved a lot of the people.
Wow. Well said. And I'm happy that you were the one who, stood up and did this. Now, you're a man of many talents, as we all know, right? You're very talented. Is there something that you wish, a talent you wish you had that you don't see yourself having? Like, is there something that you wish you had? Maybe a singing ability, maybe cooking, is there anything that you wish you had as a talent?
Shameeza, let me tell you something. My personality
Mm-hmm.
don't allow for wants, needs. I'm not a dreamy personality.
Right.
I am living my life. Jomo just sang a song and I was like, bro, what's this? This is me. And I'm a part of that song, by the way. Our Rubber Waist Jomo.
Yeah.
And sometimes you must play this song. Very interesting. I think he's going to be using that to contest Soca Monarch this year.
Very nice.
No, I live my life. I live me. I have not. I think sometimes I don't do enough. If you ask me if I do enough, at times in my life, there are periods in my life that I become complacent. But if there's something, no, we mentioned cooking.
Yeah.
I could make a wicked chicken curry. I could clap a roti.
You
It's just that I don't show people these things, right?
Yeah.
And leave it or leave it. If I put my mind to it, one time I sing. I don't know if you see my shows when I just start singing just like that, right?
Yeah.
So I could do anything that I want to do, but I don't miss anything. I don't think I've lost any opportunities. I haven't lost anything. I'm doing me, because as an entrepreneur, I was very successful.
Yeah.
So the one time in my life, my first business was a vulcanizing shop on Sherry Street opposite Buddy's Pool Hall.
Yeah.
Right? And I could remember that taking off. before that, I worked at vulcanizing shops and so on. I did different kind of jobs. I worked once at the estate. I cut cane for a day.
What? You
But
cut?
when I chop the cane, yeah, I cut cane. I cut cane. So one day. So here now. Let me
I'm listening. I'm listening.
so I cut the cane. Me and the guys, I am just about 17. Right? I still got the pay slips with PAY and all the estate slips, the land slip like this.
Right.
So I'm working at LBI, cutting the cane, chop, 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 chop. They put it in a bundle. I'm looking at what people doing. You tie a bundle and they got high stuff, put it in your head, walk and throw it in a pond. So when I do so, we chop, what you're chopping, then you just load, right?
Right.
You don't chop and load at the same time.
No.
So we tie the bundle. Them guys got, they convert a water bottle. Now the water bottle is like what you would call sling, sling the cloth bags. Well, as a cloth bag was the water bottle. So there's your water bottle, you had a cutlass. What else? You had a water bottle and a cutlass, I can remember. So they converted the water bottle, they cut it, you put it, and you put some cushion in your head. So you're fetching,
oh my gosh.
you're fetching the cane in head. So when I put the cane on me head now, me neck do a little thing so, and I throw down the thing, right?
Yeah.
So right away, I tell the foreman, I say, man, here up now. Me is not no truck. Me head ain't make for fetch nothing. Y'all find the next work for me. Me fetching on for me head. You understand? So they put me in the spray gang.
What?
Yes. And I worked at the estate for 6 months. And while spraying, it's poison you're spraying, right? Because they used to use two methods. Person spraying with a can in the back.
Yeah.
And you're spraying this chemical. And at sometimes you go against the wind. So chemicals would get in. You used to wear these masks that we are wearing now.
Right.
The N95 is the mask I used to be wearing 20-something years ago, the estate. Right?
Yeah.
But I used to be getting the scent through this mask. So I am thinking, if it's poison, I'm spraying. And when I breathe, oxygen goes to my lungs immediately, and that's what keeps me going.
Right.
And I'm thinking, where does this scent go? If it's in the air, so I go to the infirmary and tell them, I say, this thing gonna kill me privates. And at the time, I tell them, they'll use privates. Right? I just tell them like, right, this will kill this thing. And me and him just walk the move. Yes, I mean Dana. But I did work at the LBI estate for
my goodness. And I feel a lot of people that are watching us right now can either identify with what you did as a young guy growing up in Guyana, or they probably have siblings or parents that did that. So they know the struggle of what you're talking about. But I can see you, tall guy in the sugar plantation, just like walking there with this thing on your back. I can just picture that, and it's just the picture is in my head right now.
Well, you see, a lot of times I go places and I'm dealing with people, and because of my appearance, people are thinking, this Bano, who is he? Right? I work on fishing boat. I work with a friend's father named Mr. Dose as a carpenter. So I am one of the few people that have had so many opportunities that I could relate to things. And people don't know why I'm relatable, because I don't be talking about my life. I am normally the host. I am not normally being interviewed. So I don't have this opportunity every day to talk about my life. I can remember when I went to Luziknan, a friend by the name of Kishore in Annandale took me for a job to a man named Gaia.
Right.
This is in Luziknan. And the job was to fillet fish. Right? So we got to go on the boat, walk through the mud slush, take the fish, and there's people just hold the bag too, just hold the bag side by side, because it's shark, and this thing rank it, smelling away. So when I go, I just hold the bag, throw it on my shoulder, and I got, and everybody was watching me like, What's the share going? I said, well, when I done, I can bake, but I just want to get my job done. You
Right.
know? So even today, I fillet fish, yes, fillet fish.
Fish, sugar, sugar cane. Like, wow, is there anything that you didn't do?
As maybe Fazia saying, jack of all trades. But
Trades, yeah,
not necessarily. I've just had a lot of experiences, and I
yeah,
always like to do things. And yeah,
right.
next story. I can't remember what year,
Mm-hmm.
but I was in prison one time for a traffic offense. So at the end of the prison bus, that time the country, the coastland
Right.
from Perico to Linden to Barbies had one prison van, a old Bedford van. So I'm in this prison van heading to Barbies, right? New
Mm-hmm.
Amsterdam prison from Georgetown. And the guy, when I reached the prison officer saying, man, did I go to with a prison van to Barbies or just to the court? I can't remember. But they had a old prison van. So, but Barbies, I think we might have gotten a bus to go there. So in the bus going, when I'm being transferred to New Amsterdam prison, one of the prison officers saying, man, we forget to bring a carpenter. Right? So me over
Yeah.
here, me gone, Barbies prison, the guy just stand up to check everybody. They give you clothes. So the man, the OC is the officer in charge. Ask me what he's do. I say it's a carpenter. Right?
Yeah.
I calculating, I guess I work, I guess I never do. A week after I am in there, first thing I became a talk shop orderly. So when I go in, cool, quiet banner, there was a matron named Matron Rang, right? Matron Rang, I can remember. Big built woman, right? And she take me out and make me the talk shop orderly. So I got a help she full milk in plastic bag because the prison got its own little shop, right? So I
Yeah.
full thing. Couple days after, a next guy by the name of Mr. Hazel, a next prison warden call and said, we looking for the carpenter. So they call me. The man say, want I make a paddle? I said, paddle?
Paddle?
Yeah, paddle, like where's Robo?
Yeah.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
expression. But it is actually they wanted it for the pot because the pot was so big. Like when you go wedding house, you can't
Right.
use a spoon. Is a dabu? Dabu we call it?
No, I think it's a paddle. That one's a paddle.
Right?
Dabu is the one you dip the dal with a
And
little
all of it,
round.
Roger. So it's
Right,
paddle.
right. Yeah.
So when the man say, want to make a paddle? I say, yes, ma, yes. This time in me head now I thinking, how you make a paddle? So when I go into the workshop, they carry me to the carpenter shop.
Yeah.
When I go in, I see all kind of tools right away. So well here, if I can't figure out how to take all these tools here and a piece of wood and turn it into a paddle, well, I gotta be a real fool. And I got dunked it and made an amazing paddle in about half an hour.
Man, I wish I want to know if they still have that paddle around.
Then,
But
but just to show you
right.
my drive and how I see things and how I do things, thereafter, Mr. Hazel took me out to do some work on the road to change a roof, right? So when we go now, I just take a wood stand up in the middle of the house and lash out all the zinc flying all about the village. So the other prison man were there with me, other jail man were there with me, some man here. You gotta take your time for do this thing so we get more days out. And I said, partner, me want more days out. If I'm doing something, I do it a certain way. So I always did things to the best of my ability. That is why people who want to compete with me don't know. You can't. I eat, sleep, what I do. I'm very serious about what I do. Although it looks funny and ad hoc, a lot of thought is put into what I do. So that's just some of my background, and there are many things that would suggest that I'm an exemplary figure. But those are the real things about me. And
Absolutely.
everything has always been real about me.
So far I have you did cane cutting, you did spraying of the
At
poisonous
three
thing.
vulcanizing shops in this
Carpenter.
country. Uh-huh.
Somebody said in the comments, dabla. It's called a dabla, not
Dabla, dabla, dabla. Yeah.
dabla. That's what it's called. Okay,
I
I
had
didn't
three
know that.
vulcanizing shops in this country. Pleasance. When I started my first business was Cherry Street opposite Buddy's Pools Hall. Then my next business was Pleasance just past the police station. I went to have a business on Regent Street that changed many forms. I was the second largest wholesaler for GT&T and Digicel in this country. The people who you see push the cooler
Yeah.
at the traffic light, they sell water. That's me, I
Right.
did. Yes, I used to be the distributor for clear water, sell the most bottled water at one time. Thousands of cases daily.
Wow.
Single-handedly did that.
Listening to you, Critic, I see myself in you. The fact that you said that everything you do, you give it your, whether it's selling water or cutting cane, you give it your best. And that's something that I'm very proud of. Whatever I'm doing, if I was a teller at the bank or I was a manager, I enjoyed it. I did my best. I didn't care what position it was, but I gave it my best. And I love that. When I see that in people, I admire it because not a lot of us do that. And I think now more than ever, we need to start thinking and doing things that way because it's the only way we can be successful in life. With that said, I do want us to play a little game and it's called 6 in 60. Basically, we ask you 6 questions in 60 seconds. This little timer right here will tell us when your 60-second countdown starts. So if you are ready, I will read the first question. And once I turn it over, you can go ahead and answer. Name your favorite book.
48 Laws of Power.
Wow, great book. Your favorite actor or actress? Your favorite actor or actress?
I could live with Sylvester Stallone.
Love it. Can you name a fruit that starts with the letter C?
Fruit C.
Yeah.
You got me there.
Gosh.
I think we got time. 60 seconds is a long time. Don't worry.
You want me to ask the next one?
Yeah.
Best place you ever visited?
Oh.
A food you despise?
A food
you despise? You don't like?
Well, not anything specific because I'm a junkie. I go about eating, but spicy food is not something I am too much up for.
All right. And do you prefer to be left alone or be in the company of others?
Contrary to popular belief, I'm actually an introvert. I prefer to be left alone.
Really? I think a lot of people are
Spend a
surprised.
lot of time alone. A lot of people don't know that.
Well, thank you for sharing that. The other question was a fruit that starts with the letter C. I'm going to help you out. The answer, I can think of one, cashew. And the best place you ever visited.
Yeah, I answered the one before. The
You
Rupununi.
answered?
I would want to think the vast area that the Rupununi covers.
Yes.
Would give you so much to see that I would say the Rupununi. Yeah, I just came back from Barbados, and I can tell you nothing compares to the Rupununi. With savannas, rivers, there's so much you can experience in the Rupununi. Mountainous area,
Mm-hmm. So if you're planning a trip to Guyana, for any one of our viewers out there, if you're planning a trip to Guyana, make sure you visit the Rupununi. And I know right now the Guyana Oil and Gas, what is it, a conference going on that you're
International Energy Conference is in its second day here in Guyana. Yeah.
A lot of things happening in Guyana, and there is no better person to let the people know but you. But let's move on. You have interviewed many people over the years. Is there someone that you're hoping to interview in the future that you haven't interviewed yet, and why?
Well, Shameeza, these questions box me in to some extent because there are no boundaries as to what I want to do, right? So I
Right.
recently went to Barbados and I was hoping to interview Mia Moore Motley, and she's in Guyana presently,
I
but
saw that.
doing other things. And I've started my world tours actually in Barbados, spent a little more time than I expected. I'm hoping to go to Suriname very soon. And I went to Suriname before, but when I'm saying world tours, we're counting the countries together and sharing the experience together, right?
Right.
So there is no limit as to who I want or to interview. I want to hear everyone's opinion. I want to know what everyone has on their mind. Moreover, I would wish in those interviews, what is important to me is not the individual interview, is
Right.
what comes out of that interview, what the discussion entails, and how we as Guyanese can take away from that.
Absolutely. And
There
that's
was,
a great way to look at it.
there was
It's
something
definitely
else behind the interview, something else I missed.
no, no, no. That's exactly what I was asking you.
Okay.
Who, if there's someone that you would like to interview that you haven't interviewed yet, and you could you nail that one. Um, we're gonna lighten it up a little bit. How long does it take you to get ready? Walk us through a day in your life. Like you wake up in the morning. How long does it take you to get ready?
Now with people wanting so much, like this morning when I had to put on a jacket and all those things, that takes me about 15 minutes. But the Guyanese Critic ready time
Yeah,
is about 3 minutes flat. What really
three
happens? Let me
minutes.
tell you how it works. When I was really on the ball, I
Yeah.
don't know if you knew, when I would have covered every accident, every fire, and everything, I would be there
Mhm.
as it roll out. Until today, people continue to say, Critic, you're late because I used to be before everybody else, right?
Yeah.
But what happens? I got everything prepared. My phones are always charged. Everything is set. And when I receive a call, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the night, I know that that call is for some issue. And I
Yeah.
can't remember a time that when I receive a call, I start putting on my pants. Me ain't answer the phone yet because it ring 2 times. I jump up. I start putting on my pants, put on my shirt, and then I pick up the phone. While the person is telling me, Critic, there's a fire here. Because why else is anybody calling me 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning? So I get
Right.
up, put on my pants, put on my shirt, and I'm on the phone. And while they're talking, I'm saying, so where this, that does happen? And I'm downstairs and I'm moving,
You
So
move on around. Now you did mention just now that a world tour. You have a world tour that's coming up. Tell us a
well,
little
I've,
bit more
I've
about it.
already started my world tour.
Started.
What I've chosen to do is maybe 2 countries every month. That's a little slow because as we stand, only yesterday I was made to realize that there are 200 and there are about 206 countries now in the world. So with that amount of countries, doing 24 2 countries among 24 countries a year, I'll be doing this in about 10 years. I might be able to cover all the countries. But for instance, if you go to Europe, you could do a
Right.
few countries, maybe 7, 8 places in Europe in about 3, 4 days, right? Because of
Exactly.
the interconnection of the rails and so on. So
Yeah.
it depends. But next is Suriname.
Hmm.
Um, and it's about educating Guyanese also because
Right.
I'm going for my Schengen visa. I want to know what is the process, what are you going to take, how long does it take, you know,
Yeah.
the intention of going into Europe,
Yeah.
and share the experience with Guyanese because this morning I was talking about it. All roads lead to Guyana. Guyana is the place to be if there's anybody in the world who's out there and looking for an opportunity. There is no other place in the world today, as we speak, with more opportunities than Guyana. The worrying thing is, as a lover of humanity, I'm talking to the world. But I can't forget my heritage. I am Guyanese, and we have suffered for very long.
Hmm.
What is really important is how we capitalize on the opportunities now afforded to us that the world is seeing.
Absolutely. You should be a spokesperson for Guyana tourism. That's one thing that I will definitely, recommend that we get you on. I'll speak to some people and see what we can do. We
Well,
definitely
you
need
see,
you on that.
because I'm on your program, I am, to some extent disciplined, but I can go off the rails at times. So people tend to be worried about that. But if need be, I tell you, there can't be a better spokesperson than me for my country.
Agreed. Agreed. I do see some of the comments since earlier. People were asking if you're going to come to Canada. I see an invite for you to go to Canada, Niagara Falls, and to.
Yes, yes.
So hopefully, when
Canada.
you're doing that, we'll do another show and get real with Shameeza. Let the people know of the different countries where you're going to be, so that we'll show up. And I want to be
I'm
there with
willing
you
to
too.
go to any country because I've been invited to Belize, by the way, just day before yesterday.
Yeah.
So when the guy calls and says, Critic, why you come to Belize? I'm like, so you're married a Guyanese girl? Yes, Guyanese. Well, we're going on. I said, no, I just watch your program and I like your style. I've never seen anybody like you. I say, yes, sir, you're never the whole Facebook. You're trying to suggest 2 point something billion people. What's
Yeah.
going on? Me alone for him. I say, yes, I search all of it. I ain't find nobody else like you. And we're inviting you to Belize. So Belize is on my list too. I've been to
Belize.
quite a few countries, but
All
I
right.
want to do South America because let me tell you what's going on right now, Shameeza.
Mhm.
Guyanese are missing the train. The train
Right.
is in choo-choo mode. It's taking off. And a lot of Guyanese are caught up in the political and fighting,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And I got to get them unwind. And I just be in the fight too. So I got to tell them, yo, it is a different fight. I like fight, but we got to
Right.
fight different. We got to come together, PVP, PNC, East Indian, Black, everybody, Portuguese, Chinese, and fight together to make sure we get the best of our resource. So my plan is to educate Guyanese with my world tour back and forth, what's going on, what Guyana got good, what the world got good, and we bring, because everywhere got problems.
Of course.
All I'm going to see is the best things that I could bring from around the world back to Guyana. Yeah, keep your problem. Yeah, I'll figure it out for do that. You understand?
Yes.
I am Mother Teresa or Mahatma Gandhi. Is the Guyanese critic.
Yes.
I just come, right? Not because of the hairstyle. I'm not the reincarnation of Jesus. I ain't come for save the world. I
No.
just first try to see how I could help in Guyana, not change the world, right? So the intention is to go get all the positive information from different countries and bring it back to Guyana. Now, first thing is getting Guyanese to understand how to capitalize on this thing. The next move is if Guyanese ain't catching it, we try to get our neighbors, the Surinamese, the Barbadians, the Trinidadians, we friends, Jamaicans, who we've been friends all the time, right? Because I can tell you, if you go to the energy conference, ain't Jamaicans running nothing there, no Trinidadians, no Barbados, although the Barbados Prime Minister's here.
Exactly.
People from Poland, Abana tell me he's a venture capitalist. I say, in my mind, I'm thinking, this boy look like me son with a gold chain and a shot, trying to talk like he's a big man. I said, where you from? Man, I see from Dubai. I see from Dubai, hey. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So you got people flooding here. We got to decide. We gonna pick up their air. We got to accept the realities of the world. Some people will never make it. You go to somebody, get $1 million, and say, no, I don't want. I just want a simple life. All right, who wants a simple life? Live a simple life. But we got to make sure nobody, no Guyanese lives in poverty. I don't care what kind of life you want. I can tell you, Shameeza, when you leave Letem and drive over the border to Brazil, the first city there, you're still seeing Amerindian settlements. But let me tell you, yes, they're Amerindian settlements. The people live the same way they live over here, and they've lived for thousands of years. But you know what is the difference? Just outside them thatch roofs and them huts got pavement, road, and electricity. So the government puts in certain infrastructure for you. You can do what you want to do. in your old house and in your old yard. You understand? But they ensure health care and all these things. And that is where Guyana has to be. You must be able to go. You can't be an oil wealthy country and you can't go to the hospital and say, well, I need this taken care of, right? So you might be ambitious, but you mustn't be poor because you're not ambitious.
Agreed, and well said. And I'm happy that we have people like you who can stand up and really make sure that these things really do happen. It's time we take a stand and we get out there and forget about what others think about us, because I think one of the biggest fear in people's mind is what people are going to say if I stand up. People are not going to like me and whatever. And you're that person that's standing up. You're fighting for what's right, and I'm so proud of you. I do have one more question, but quickly, if we can take a commercial break, and I'll be right back with you. Give me just a couple of minutes.
Kai Chu Restaurant has been serving our community for over 25 years. We offer an enticing selection of West Indian traditional dishes along with a fully stocked bar. Bring your family and friends to our newly renovated dining room to celebrate your special occasion or event with us. We do catering and we also deliver. Kai Chu has 2 locations to choose from. Support our community and eat local. Looking for something to get rid of that fine line wrinkles? Well, look no further. You can now indulge yourself with Truly Flawless. This one-of-a-kind, anti-aging caviar luxury face cream will give you that youthful-looking glow again. It's not only for you ladies, men can also benefit from this product too. Try it for yourself and see results within a week. Check out our website at www.trulyflawlessskincare.com and on Amazon Prime. We are also excited to launch our newest skincare products coming in March 2022.
Enos Driving School offers training for CDL licenses, including tractor-trailers, trucks, and school buses. Just think, with a CDL license, you can have access to thousands of driving jobs at large companies such as FedEx, UPS, MTA, or New York Sanitation. Enos Driving School also offers defensive driving courses and training classes for cars and motorcycles, all taught by their college-trained instructors who can even schedule your road test appointments. Inquire about other driving and training packages as well. You might even be qualified for their free CDL training, as they are a certified institution with the New York State Workforce One program. Call Enos Driving School today. They've been serving our community for over 10 years.
Sherry's Weakness for Sweetness is a family-owned and operated bakery with a West Indian flair. We specialized in custom cakes, decorative desserts, and a contemporary spin on traditional West Indian cuisine. We are located at 114-07 Jamaica Avenue. Hours of operations are Tuesday through Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Memories should always be this sweet. Come visit us today.
Hibiscus has been a flagship restaurant in our community for a very long time. Come dine with us and enjoy our excellent food, drinks and service at any one of our many locations. We are located on 124-18-101 Avenue and 221-13 Jamaica Avenue. Hibiscus at Elliott's on the Mile in Freeport is one of our newest locations, along with 12402 Rockaway Boulevard. In Guyana at 91 Middle Street, Georgetown. Bring your family and friends and come visit us soon.
M&R Firefest is one of the newest hotspots in Richmond Hill. If you're looking to have a fun time or just chill, this lounge is the place to be. We celebrate all occasions and our live entertainment and drink specials are amazing. We are located at 13123 Liberty Avenue. Come check us out and see what everyone is talking about. This Saturday, February 19th, check us out for Chutney Fest 22, featuring musical artists Prince JP, Brian Mohan and Nigel Gopin.
Welcome back, and thank you guys so much for being here with us. As I'm looking at the comments, so many people are requesting that you visit different places. I see so many requests for you to visit Canada, the US, even Trinidad and Tobago is up there. And, I'm so excited because your tour is going to be an exciting one. And I hope that you're able to just share with us while you're on this tour, everywhere that you're going, everything that you're doing, all the foods, all the good things that you're bringing back to Guyana for us. And I'm excited. I wish I can do part of this tour with you.
It depends on where I am because most of the times I will be live.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing my morning program, and I gotta always have had an interest in driving and doing lives and seeing how other people, how other cultures operate and act. And it's not just about bringing things, but it's about bringing people closer together. It's about understanding cultures, because I'm looking at just Barbados, Suriname, and our neighboring countries, and I realize they have a more sense of patriotism, and that is something I want to incite more in Guyanese. And so you got your issues, but that must be placed on the back burner in your head, not gotten rid of, because it's got to be addressed. But first must come who you are. You must identify as Guyanese and the importance of being Guyanese, and no other time than now, where everybody's looking at Guyana to really get that sense of patriotism and have it kick in.
Wow. Well said. And when will I have a question. When Guyana Spectator says, when will the Critic pursue counseling advice for Guyanese on a business perspective? Well, when will Critic pursue counseling advice for Guyanese on a business perspective?
In a business perspective. Well, if you're, I already have a setup that when you call, we have people who help you if you're coming back to Guyana, how to set it, what's the process to go through, go invest, and all them things. What happens? There's a little confusion because now I'm able to call. Wherever I do, I give you advice. Everything that the Critic does is free of cost. But you can't coming back for make money and asking me for help. Yes, and this is not the Helpers Shelter. The Helpers Shelter is a different organization.
Exactly.
No, Critic me want bring back 2 truck. Me want do this. Me want do that.
Yeah. And that's just keeping it real. You're keeping it real.
We got a consultant operation. If you
Right.
call, we tell you what's the process I put you on to one of my consultants. They say, well, here, this is what you do. When you're coming back, you get concessions, what you get, what you don't get. It's not everybody can get. But if you reach the criteria that you're afforded the opportunity to get things to come back, house lot, migrant house lot, and these kind of things, we do the consultant process to get you there.
Wow. What if you came with a warning label? What do you think the label will read? If you had a warning label that you came with, what would it read?
Don't come with BS to me. Simple.
I
No
think that's
BS.
I think that's one I probably have too. Now, as I listened to you in this interview, right? Like you said, you don't do a lot of interviews, and I see your live shows. It's almost like I'm seeing 2 different people. For anyone else who's looking out there and saying, hey, I love this guy that's being interviewed right now. I also love that guy. What do you say to them? Because I'm sure there are many people thinking that, when we see him in his element, he's, this different guy. He has all these ideas and stories that he's telling when he's on his live. And sitting here, you're calm, you're so real about things. What do you say to those people?
Well, uh, it has to do, Shameeza, with respect, right?
Yes.
Now, I've created a persona, and in the dissemination of information, I get real, right?
Yes.
I just get real down to earth and let the people have it because I see the importance of getting it through to them.
Yeah.
But I'm invited as a guest on your program. And looking at your program, looking at your setup, like for instance, I am in a state of the art studio. And
You
I
are.
could wake up in the morning and say, here, I want this thing set up this way. We're getting there. I just don't care because it's about my message, right? But I'm looking
Exactly.
at your program and I'm seeing you put a lot of time and effort into how you do your thing. Like me, I was going to dress properly and then I just throw on a jar, says, am I here? We can do casual, right? And look how you all over there, glamorous, right? So it is about respect. When I come over here now, I'm invited, right?
Yes.
And I should act in a certain manner. It's only fair. And when people are looking at me being real, they're thinking, something is wrong with this guy. Yeah, something is wrong with me indeed. It's the BS that I got to deal with. Yes, but I'm here. And we're just having the me and you chat. It ain't got to be but no controversy. And
Mhm.
I just follow suit. I don't want to bring no disrespect to your program or you because you have not brought any disrespect to me. Normally, I just be head on in the controversy, is be some issue, has got me hollering, pulling me hair out. You understand?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's no need for that.
And I appreciate that. And I appreciate you for, even doing this interview, being here tonight. I know we said it's going to be a 20-minute interview, and here you are almost an hour into it. And, I appreciate
I
it.
like
With
that.
that,
I like that.
I know, and you're very good at it. You're real. I appreciate everything that you said here tonight. Do you have any questions for me? Because tonight the table is kind of turned around and I'm asking the question. But before we
No,
go,
no. I enjoy being interviewed. I ain't gonna ask no questions.
well, with that said, guys, I do want to thank you, Critic, for being here tonight. And I look forward to us doing at least a few more shows together. I respect you and good luck with everything that you do.
Shameeza, thank you for the interview and thanks to your viewers. I'm willing to do this anytime once it has to do because you've already interviewed me. You know who I am, what I'm about. I'm hoping the next time it will be about Guyana and Guyanese and Guyana moving
Open
forward.
discussion. I'm not going to ask questions. We're just going to have an open discussion. Maybe a couple
Beautiful.
of three of us just talking and you telling us we're going to, just have an open discussion. It'll be a fun, it wouldn't be as serious as this one. It'll be like
No,
a
no, no.
fun
I don't
thing.
mind what I'm saying because that's
Yeah.
mostly my interest. You got a lot of people love to talk about themselves, and I love to talk about myself. But I mean, on this program, I have, been very open. So it's an introduction into who the Guyanese critic is on your
Right.
program. But what is more important to me is Guyana and Guyanese moving forward. So
And I feel you're doing an amazing job, and I can't wait to see you on the face of a billboard when I hit Georgetown next time.
the
And
begging man,
we'll make that
the
happen.
begging
All
man,
right.
tell them, oh, don't do that, don't do that.
Have a good
If this is
evening.
what you're gonna see, this hairstyle,
I
I
love it.
don't think it augurs well. People coming the neatly dressed, everybody with a tie and the kids, and they're like, "Who's that guy? What's going? This is the country? This is the country of Neanderthals, or what? What's going on?"
I see many of the comments are saying that they want you to be president, right? So
No
that's something
political,
to look
no
at.
political ambitions. No, we'll never
No
have any
political
political
ambitions.
ambitions.
Got it.
Um,
So for the many comments that we got about you being president, you got your answer there.
that's out.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
All
No,
right. Well,
no political ambitions. Yeah.
perfect. All right. Well, good night to you. And I'm gonna just wrap up here. Thank you so much
Thanks
again.
for having me, Shameeza.
Take care. So there you go, guys. You heard it directly from the Guyanese critic. He was real, he was polite, he was amazing. Tonight's show has taught me that using my voice and values are key to standing up for my right as a human being. As a matter of fact, we all have that right. Do you use your voice or get your point over in a respectful but stern manner? If you are not, I encourage you to start now. I would like to thank my guests, my sponsors, my viewers for your continued love and support. Until next time, be fearless, be courageous. Good night now. Bye bye.